What if I told you that the most powerful fashion statement you could make has nothing to do with logos, trends, or proving anything to anyone? There's a woman who's mastered something rare in our noisy look-at-me world. At 53, Sofia Coppola moves through life with a style so refined, so intentional, that it makes everyone else look like they're trying too hard. And the beautiful irony? She's barely trying at all. While Instagram floods us with fast fashion hauls and influencers chasing the next viral trend, Sofia quietly demonstrates a different path, one that's more relevant to us than we might realize. Because here's the truth, quiet luxury isn't about having endless money or access to exclusive designers. It's about understanding 7 fundamental principles that transform not just how you dress, but how you feel about yourself. And at 50 and beyond, feeling confident, refined, and authentically elegant isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Today, I'm breaking down Sofia's 7 quiet luxury secrets. These aren't just fashion tips, they're life lessons wrapped in cashmere. So let's begin where all great style stories do, with a foundation. The foundation, neutral sophistication. Here's the first secret. Sofia Coppola has built an empire of elegance on a palette most women overlook, neutrals. But let me be clear. When I say neutrals, I'm not talking about boring beige that washes you out or shapeless gray that makes you disappear. I'm talking about a sophisticated spectrum. Creamy ivory, soft taupe, muted blush, charcoal, warm camel, barely there grayish. These colors become the foundation of a wardrobe that always works. Always. No more standing in front of your closet wondering what goes with what. When your base is neutral, everything harmonizes. Everything elevates. Sofia understands that neutrals don't compete with you. They frame you. They let your face, your energy, your presence become the focal point. At our age, we have beautiful stories written in our eyes, wisdom in our smiles. Why would we cover that up with loud prints and clashing colors? Think of your neutral palette as your signature. It's recognizable. It's cohesive. It's distinctly you. Sofia can wear a simple cream sweater with gray trousers and look more elegant than someone in head-to-toe designer logos. That's the power of neutral sophistication. 2, the quality question. Investing in longevity. Now, let's talk about the question that separates quiet luxury from everything else. Are you buying for a season or for a lifetime? Sofia's second secret is deceptively simple. She invests in quality over quantity, every single time. A perfectly constructed blazer that will look current 10 years from now. A buttery leather bag that develops character with age. Cashmere knits so beautifully made they become heirlooms. I know the objection forming in your mind, but quality is expensive. And yes, up front, it is. But here's the shift. What if we stopped thinking about cost and started thinking about cost per wear? That $400 cashmere sweater you wear 50 times a year for 5 years? That's about $1.60 per wear. That $40 acrylic sweater that pills after 3 washes? That's $13 per wear if you're lucky. Sofia rarely replaces pieces because she doesn't need to. Quality lasts. Quality endures. Quality respects your investment of money, yes, but also of time and energy. At this stage in our lives, we deserve clothes that honor us. We deserve fabrics that feel luxurious, construction that withstands life, and pieces that don't require constant replacement. 3, the power of perfect tailoring. Secret number 3 might be the most transformative. Sofia knows that fit trumps everything. You could be wearing a $2,000 dress, but if it doesn't fit your body properly, it reads as cheap. Conversely, you could be wearing something simple and accessible, but if it's tailored to your exact proportions, it looks like $1 million. Sofia tailors everything. Her blazers are adjusted to nip in at precisely the right point on her waist. Her trousers are hemmed to the perfect length, not pooling at her ankles, not awkwardly cropped. Her sleeves end exactly where they should. These details seem small, but they're everything. Here's what I want you to understand. Your body is unique. Off-the-rack clothing is made for a standardized form that doesn't actually exist. The gap between those two realities, that's where a good tailor becomes your secret weapon. Finding a skilled tailor and building a relationship with them is one of the smartest investments in your entire style journey. It's how you make accessible pieces look expensive. It's how you breathe new life into clothes you already own. It's how you communicate self-respect through perfect fit. 4, the minimalist accessories. Less becomes more. Let's move to secret 4. And this is where Sofia's restraint becomes almost revolutionary. Her accessories are minimal, meaningful, and meticulously chosen. She doesn't layer on statement necklaces or stack trendy bracelets. She doesn't wear every accessory trend simultaneously. Instead, she chooses 1, maybe 2, beautiful pieces and lets them speak quietly. A delicate gold chain, a structured handbag in a neutral tone, classic sunglasses with clean lines, simple stud earrings, or nothing at all. This minimalism is incredibly powerful because it refuses to distract from you. Your face isn't competing with chandelier earrings. Your outfit isn't overwhelmed by a dozen accessories fighting for attention. Instead, there's harmony, there's balance, there's breathing room. Think of it this way. Sofia's accessories are like punctuation in a well-written sentence. Necessary, elegant, but never overdone. They complete the thought without shouting it. At 50 and beyond, we don't need our accessories to make us interesting. We already are interesting. We have depth, experience, stories that matter. Our accessories should complement that richness, not compensate for imagined lack. Less truly becomes more when you understand this principle. Number 5, the texture and fabric story. Secret 5 is sensory, and it's one of my favorites. Sofia's luxury lives in texture and fabric. She gravitates toward materials that feel extraordinary. Cashmere so soft it's almost impossible to believe, silk that drapes like liquid, linen that breathes and relaxes beautifully, supple leather that ages like fine wine. These aren't just clothes. They're experiences. Because here's what happens when you wear beautiful fabrics. You feel different. You carry yourself differently. Your posture improves. Your confidence lifts. There's something about slipping into a buttery cashmere sweater or a perfectly weighted silk blouse that changes your entire energy. Sofia chooses natural fibers almost exclusively: wool, cotton, linen, silk, leather, because they're kinder to the body and more sustainable. They breathe with you. They regulate temperature. They don't trap moisture or create discomfort. And crucially, they age gracefully rather than deteriorating quickly. At this stage of life, tactile luxury isn't frivolous. It's foundational. We've spent enough years in scratchy synthetics and fabrics that don't honor our skin. We deserve the daily gift of materials that feel as good as they look. When you invest in quality fabrics, you're investing in how you feel every single day. 6, the art of effortless styling. Now we arrive at secret 6. Sofia's effortless style is actually built on a system. She has what I call a uniform, a set formula she returns to again and again. Well-cut trousers paired with a simple knit, a crisp white shirt with tailored pants, an easy dress in a neutral shade, comfortable yet elegant flats or low heels, minimal jewelry, hair that's softly undone rather than overly styled. This consistency isn't boring, it's brilliant, because when you have a formula that works, getting dressed becomes peaceful. You're not reinventing yourself every morning or panicking about what to wear. You're simply choosing from a carefully curated collection where everything coordinates. Sofia also embraces that slightly undone quality, the relaxed elegance that says, I'm confident enough not to be perfect. Her hair isn't shellacked into place. Her makeup is minimal and natural. Her clothes look lived in rather than costumey. This approach is so refreshing, especially for women over 50, because it rejects the exhausting notion that we need to try harder as we age. Instead, Sofia shows us that ease and elegance go hand in hand. That maturity allows for a relaxed sophistication young women haven't earned yet. Your effortless style starts with a system you trust. 7, the mindset shift, confidence over trends. And now the final secret, the one that ties everything together. Sofia Coppola's greatest luxury is her unshakable confidence in her own aesthetic. At 53, she's not looking at what 25-year-old influencers are wearing. She's not desperately chasing micro-trends or forcing herself into styles that don't feel authentic. She knows who she is, and she dresses accordingly. That self-knowledge is magnetic. This is the permission slip you've been waiting for. You don't owe the fashion industry your attention. You don't have to participate in every trend. You don't have to dress for anyone's approval, but your own. Quiet luxury at its heart is about inner alignment. It's about choosing quality over quantity, timelessness over trends, authenticity over external validation. It's about understanding that true style, the kind that endures, the kind that matters, emerges from deep self-knowledge. Sofia demonstrates that aging isn't something to disguise or apologize for. It's an opportunity to refine, to edit, to step into the most elegant version of ourselves. Our 50s, 60s, and beyond aren't about fading away. They're about showing up with quiet power. So here's my final question. What would change if you gave yourself permission to dress only for yourself? To choose pieces that make you feel refined, confident, and authentically you? That's where your quiet luxury journey begins, and it's going to be beautiful.